Hello, welcome everyone. Super excited to be here with all of you today. Let me just see how this is Facebook's thinking. So I'm going to make sure you guys are all here. Say hello, where you're from, when you get here, whether you're live or on the replay. Well, I check things out on the group settings. I think we should be good though. It was giving me a little bit of an error message, which I've never seen. I think Facebook updated some new things. So let's dive in. Super excited to be here with all of you today for this powerful new moon intention setting and activation. There's lots of new people joining in the group. So welcome to you all, whether you've been here for a while, you're brand new, say hello in the comments so I can see who's here. Perhaps tell us where you're from. That's always fun, right? When you have people from all over the globe. I love that aspect of the internet. So let's dive in first with a couple of messages. I like to start these off with just getting some guidance, right? From the universe, from source, from our angels and guides to really shed some light on how we can best align with this current phase, right? This next cycle, and what it is that you want to create or experience. The new moons are often, I always do a little releasing and activating, I think, on both the full moon and new moon, but the new moon is really powerful to send out, those rockets of desire, setting those new intentions, or even continuing to amplify and build momentum on the things you have been working on. So this is a powerful cycle of new beginnings, which is super exciting. Hey, Janet, Lida, Kristen, Julie, awesome, Stacy. So excited, Renee, all happy faces here to see you guys all. All right, so we're going to do some messages here, and you can even claim your intention if you want to in the comments there. You really stake your claim on what it is you're creating. We are definitely going to be doing a guided clearing meditation. Couple quick announcements, then we'll dive into the messages and healing. The first one is, if you want the recording of this, oftentimes people want the recording with the theta healing music, where I'll send out to you after this replay today, the healing version to listen to more than once. They're powerful to listen to multiple times for sure, and anytime. Though we're capitalizing on the current energy of the new moon, I believe, we always want to really kind of align with our intentions. So that is in the post above or below, depending on where you're seeing this. There's the replay there. And then also, if you have not already joined us and signed up for our 4-day free Amplify Your Clairvoyance, Channeling and Healing Abilities, I have a series that we're going to start, a masterclass series with tons. I mean, this is the 4th time I've run it. I think we had over 1,000 people registered last year, and close to 1,000 already signed up for this round. It's going to be very, very transformational and powerful. I put that information here as well. If you'd like to sign up and join us, of course, replays will be sent. When you sign up, you get a lot more of like the PDF, the workbooks, the meditations, things like that, all sent to your email, and also reminders of the calls plus bonus calls that'll be happening. So you want to check that out as well. All right. So, I have been feeling the energy we'll dive into today now of the dolphins and mermaid. I just recently took a quick ocean trip, right? We are in a retrograde currently as well. And so there is this need for balance, this need for internal time to connect with your spirit, with your soul, with your rest, with your rejuvenation, right? Especially as highly sensitive empaths, which I know many of you are. This is an important thing for us, right? And in a retrograde, even more so. And then on a new moon, all of the above allows us to really connect more fully with our intuition. So I'm going to start with this and look at that. I haven't looked at these yet, but the first card is tranquility. So it says, make time to relax, be still, and enjoy your solitude, indulging in much needed self-care. Right. And for me, water is also very healing all the time. This particular new moon is in Aquarius. And so sometimes that can be a lot of mental chatter, it's an air sign. So it's can be in your head, more mental. In general, during the retrogrades, we might be noticing patterns and conflicts or things that we're wanting to resolve, perhaps maybe old relationship things could be coming up, different things. And so it's important to give ourselves that downtime to really reflect and to recharge. So if you haven't been doing that, make some time for some self-care. And the next two, I love these two came out together. Says self-employment, you're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. And then treasure chest, an unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you. I love this, right? For those of you that are new, I support spiritually based, purpose driven entrepreneurs or those who feel called, like light workers, star seeds, who know they're here for a reason to share. And so this is just a wonderful validation, really, of whether you've already know this or whether you have ideas or you feel it, but you're like, how can I do that? Because this vision's all big and I don't know where to start. This is just such an awesome validation that you are indeed. Your ideas are validated and needed in the world. Your gifts are needed in the world, and that abundance follows. When we're naturally, truly aligned, embodying and expressing that higher divinity and truth of who we are. And we really align with that higher path and purpose, which I know all of you are on your spiritual path if you found your way here, right? To different degrees of the journey, for sure. It's pretty never ending. It's evolving always. But when we align with that and we express ourselves in our life and our relationships and our work, abundance is the natural byproduct, right? And so I am really passionate about supporting people and really aligning and moving through their fears, tuning into their intuition and trusting their intuition enough to take the action. So that is actually a lot of what we're doing in the 4-day series. So if that resonates, you'll want to check it out. Hey, Nadine, Christy, great to see you guys. I'm going to pull a couple more cards here from Gabriel, and then we'll tune into the meditation portion. Ooh. Success. Congratulations. You did it. And law of attraction. Keep your thoughts on positive and surround yourself with positive people and situations, and you will attract more positivity in your life. So this is just a great validation, really, of your ideas, of the actions that you've already been taking, probably the path that you already know that you are destined for, right? That's available to you. But we have to watch our mindset, do the inner work, right? Keep taking the action, stretch through our comfort zone, all these things. And so sometimes we might hit little pits in the road, where we feel like, oh, why am I revisiting this, right? But what I've seen and come to know is that our spiritual, really becoming into our purposeful work is probably the deepest spiritual work you've done to date, right? So it does require that. So if something's going on that you're like, why, am I doing all this and it's not attracting the people yet, or whatever it is, really tune into that and really take your power and realize that this is an opportunity of transformation. And then the success card is just another validation. I mean, we have some really positive cards here on all of it. And I feel like this is a rite of passage. Like you've definitely probably already decided as a spirit that you've chosen this higher timeline for yourself. Like you are committed to this process, right? And there's many ways you can look at that. Some people might see it as stepping into that 5D, into the age of Aquarius, really just knowing that you are all in and going for your dreams and where your soul is calling you to. So whatever that is, or whatever projects you're working on that are near your heart, this just feels like a positive validation to keep going, but keep focus on the inner work, keep the balance and the self-care. All of those things are important in terms of how we are now going to be manifesting and showing up to share our gifts in the world, right? This is an essential paradigm shift, really, that we're being called to integrate, really, that masculine and feminine dance, if you will. I'm going to do one more from the starseed deck, and then we're going to dive right in. I feel like it does take a minute to populate, but also these messages are just coming through. Let me know how these are resonating for you. I'd love to even hear, what is your purpose? What is it that you feel called to do? What are you excited to share? Do you know? I'd love to hear. Okay, so I love it because I think this is actually a card I haven't pulled yet. Sometimes that happens, right? And I could be saying it wrong, but Hireth, I'm not sure. I'll show you. But it says longing for home, homesick for the stars. And this definitely, I think, resonates a lot for star seeds, right? For light workers, where we feel from the time that we were here, probably that's like, oh my gosh, am I dropped off in a different place? And it does feel like that. Like there's sometimes a sense of loneliness, sometimes a sense of feeling like nobody gets you. Maybe you're raised in a family that doesn't quite understand or align with your spiritual path. I mean, many different things. All in all, sometimes I think there's a thread that we can that we experience is feeling misunderstood, or perhaps like nobody really gets us and that kind of a thing. And it's really beautiful because if you're here, you're already finding your way to your soul tribe, right? To your soul family, to your group of people who are like-minded. And that's really, really powerful. Also when we dive into really aligning with our higher path and purpose, it's calling us home, right? Our heart and our soul and our spirit is guiding us to this place. And when we do really take action and align from that true space of our heart and our soul's guidance, really, you're going to feel so fulfilled and elated and joy. Doesn't mean it's all rainbows and butterflies, right? We're going to have to do the work of stretching our comfort zone. But really, I think this card is just letting you know that you're really not truly, that you're not alone, and that your soul in some way is calling you home, right? You might feel this urgency to, now is the time. I really feel like the light workers are being called into action more and more and more in a big way. But the beauty is, even though it might feel scary or out of the box, or, oh, what do people think? I know that's how I felt when I first ventured on this journey. And sometimes different levels of it still come up, right? It's natural. But the reality is, like, when we do this, we start to feel more and more at home. We start to feel more and more alive and fulfilled and hopeful, really, and excited and filled up and lit up. And when we do that, the abundance follows, the soul family comes in, like we just start to really align with that higher truth of who we are. And it feels really, really good. Community is so key, 100%. And that's what exactly I think sums it up about what this card is saying, right? Being in that level of community and knowing you're not really alone, and really choosing to align with and be a part of like-minded communities is so healing, right? So healing. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's do a meditation. If you're able to close your eyes and really feel into the energy, I am going to be running some energy, right? I do a lot of it intuitively based, but I will definitely be running some alignment activations that I have created, as well as, working with different angels and guides that come up. A lot of it, like I said, is intuitively driven, but we're going to guide you through a process of really setting your intentions in a big way. And one tip I want to give you is really when you can feel in your body, I think we're being called to feel into our heart and into our body. That feeling of what it is that you want to experience. Like if you can picture yourself at the end result, living that life that you see is available to you, right? Which absolutely is available to you. How would you feel, right? When you're in that alignment, that level of alignment, when you're really reaching that higher potential and you feel like you are successful at what it is you're feeling called to do, or what your vision is, or you've manifested what you're creating. Like really sink into that feeling and allow that feeling to expand through you, because that creates that beacon. It creates that magnetism that starts to call in all the people and places and opportunities that you need. Now, the one caveat is you do always have to take the guided action, right? So we can send out our desires and intentions, but then it's important to really make that time in our morning success, routine, as I like to say, with a little meditation and journaling, to hear that intuitive guidance and to be able to have the courage to take the action, right? The inspired action, so that you can manifest and be that co-creative partner in having the life that you dream. So I hope that makes sense, but I feel called to share that we're going to feel in and really send out our expanded energy. And then I want you to really pay attention over the coming days and even during the meditation as to what next steps you're guided to take in order to call this into fruition. Okay. So tell me if that sounds good to you guys. Let's go ahead and I'm going to start the separate recording of just the meditation to send out later. And again, you can sign up in the post here. You'll see how to sign up for the replay of this, where I'll send it with theta healing music and everything, as well as a 4-day free transformational amplifier clairvoyance experience that I will be giving here in the group. So let's see here. All right, get comfortable, guys. We're ready. We are ready. Thanks for the love hearts. All right, let's go ahead and get comfortable if you can, and really close your eyes. Really begin to close your eyes and sink into your body. Taking those nice, deep cleansing breaths into your breath, into your body, calling all of your attention and awareness to right here in this present moment. Beautiful. See if you can even deepen and slow down that breath cycle even more fully. to help you really drop into this, into your body, into this present moment. That is your point of power. You can really collect your attention and awareness right here, right now. Beautiful. Just take a moment to really connect with that, with the planet, right? You're always in truth connected to Gaia, but I want you to just really connect even more fully, right? Really put your attention and your focus and really ground into the core of Gaia. Really feel your energy begin to expand all the way down into that core of the heart chakra of Gaia. And as you do that, just allow your physical body and your energetic body to feel that loving embrace and that support, that energetic support that the earth offers you really at any moment in time. Really setting the intention to allow this earth's gravity and support to help you let go of and release anything that's in between you and what it is that you're creating, right? You can simplify that to helping you release, what fears or worries that might be coming up if you're specific to what they are. If not, just helping you to align with your higher path. As you continue to take those nice deep cleansing breaths in, on the exhale, just imagine and allow that to wash away any of the to-dos that you have, any of that mind chatter, and really begin to feel and expand into that larger truth of who you are by connecting with the core of Gaia and also above, right? You're going to call forth now and really begin to embody and merge with that higher truth of who you are, with your divine soul's essence, your higher self. And as you invite your higher self into your body even more fully, right? Because as we release, we create more space. I want you to just visualize, see, or feel, and or imagine that you are seeing your beam of light from your heart expanding out even more fully, grounding down into the core of Gaia and connecting up with the creator of all that is, really anchoring above and below, really calling in that divine source energy. And just see if you can feel and notice that lightness as you expand your energy above and below, really anchoring and tapping in now into that expanded version of who you are as a multi-dimensional and spiritual being. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and run an alignment activation to support this process of connecting above and below. So I'm going to run now the alignment activation, ground, align, release. If you'd like to receive that, you just say yes in your mind and really open up your crown chakra and allow yourself to feel this energy wash over all the different layers of your physical and energetic self. Beautiful. And just allow this energy to be a spiritual and energetic flush for you, right? Clearing out all that you're ready to let go of so that you can embrace and embody that highest expression of your divinity that is of the highest and best for you at this time. This is a process of really raising your vibration, which really makes manifesting effortless, a lot more effortless from this vantage point. I also want to just ground and call in our spiritual support team, really working with Archangel Michael and Archangel Haniel to begin with, really holding this virtual bubble, holding your own personal transformation space as well. Within the whole of the group, you can have your individual space connected above and below. And if things are coming up that you know that you are ready to let go of, just begin to allow that to dissipate. Really hand it over, if you'd like, if you will, to Archangel Michael, or just allow it to simply be transmuted and burned off as you raise your vibration and allow this to be healed with your intention and your decision to let it go. You can also ask Archangel Michael if you know there's any cords that want to be released that are fear-based, right? Ones that are not helping, right? Love can never be severed. The truth of who you are and the love in your relationships are always present. So just releasing any energetic cords that are not of the highest good for you or anyone involved, right? I know that's coming up a lot currently during our times, right? A lot of shedding, releasing and shedding. Beautiful. And now we're also working with Archangel Haniel to come in and support your, like, amplifying your intentions. We'll be setting momentarily. So begin to start to gather your thoughts about what it is you're creating. Inviting Haniel here. She's often seen with a light pale blue aura. And she sort of amplifies these intentions to the universe. So helping you turn up the volume on sending out these rockets of desire and seeds that you want to plant or expand and grow in your life and business. Beautiful. I'm going to run a little bit more alignment activation here, just get the energy running while we start to set our intentions. So running now, the Soul Success Circle alignment activation. I feel called to run that. There's a lot of high vibrational energy. It has this really beautiful clear turquoise vibration. There's a lot of miracle vibration, that effortlessness that really amplifies your intentions as well, allowing you to see the clarity of your higher path, allowing you to see beyond your limitations and really expand your vision that's available for you. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and start setting some intentions. I like to do this with your intention, with your visualization. So you can see it, you can feel it, you can just intend it. But start to just really see yourself. Maybe let's start a year out. Let's go a year out. I feel called to look at a bigger vision and then take it back to a smaller one. So looking around a year out, just really see, sense, feel you and your highest alignment. You really standing fully in alignment with your higher path and your purpose, with your health and your wealth, right? Looking at all your different aspects of who you are, right? Who you came to be. You can see yourself in the full fruition. If you feel called to write a book, what does it feel like to stand and just sign books for people and see people reading comments of how life-changing it was? Or perhaps you're called to be a healer or an intuitive coach or healer or psychic, right? Perhaps you're being called to speak and share your story. Whatever that is for you, just see that now and just start to notice and see, how does it feel to stand fully in your confidence and your power? And I want you to anchor that feeling into your body. Really notice, where is this feeling in your body? And see if you can begin to just expand that energy throughout your entire physical and energetic field. And you can set your own intention. It doesn't have to just be business. Of course, with our health, maybe you want to bring in more vitality or energy or healthy nutrition. Perhaps it's relationships, right? With your loved ones that you already have, really blossoming, or even a new romance. Really just allow yourself to dream into really vividly seeing and feeling how you are and how you are being as you show up in this way. I'm going to start to run some more alignments to really help you align and anchor in this higher timeline. So I'm going to run the activation of aligning to your higher path and timeline. And this will really align the clarity, right, of your next steps and starts to help you. Sometimes we think it has to take longer than it does, right? You say a year out, but maybe you can have it in 3 months. So just really allow this energy to be a match. Maybe be a match today or tomorrow for this next vibration energy now. It's really about anchoring into that frequency of who you're becoming, where you're going, and really embodying it now so that it can come to you in that effortless space, right? Beyond time and space. I see Archangel Metatron coming in as well, really doing some work. As you look at this bigger vision, sometimes the things that are not aligned pop up, and that's perfect. That's actually a good thing because, especially in this high energy, you can just begin to drop it away. And perhaps there might be some things that you need to be conscious of, right? Or clean up in your life. So let's just bring that to the angels. I see Archangel Michael working and Archangel Metatron, really activating your Merkaba and doing a really beautiful deep clearing with his sacred geometry on all of the different chakras and throughout your entire auric field. Really helping you to be aware of and clean up any of those things that really are holding you back from really being in alignment with this higher path and vision now. See a lot of healing coming off the heart, back of the neck and throat. Beautiful. Feeling called to run my alignment activation called Your Sovereign Self. So just pulling in this activation as you continue to just feel into this energy and really send out those intentions. Really anchoring in that your power, right? Really embodying and anchoring in that higher self energy that vibrates so fast, right? We can really create effortlessly when we are tapped in this way and really expand beyond the mental, like the how am I going to do this and what's going on? What will people think, right? All of this stuff in our emotional bodies and mental bodies. So, really directing a lot of this healing energy through all the different layers of your physical, energetic, and emotional bodies, your etheric body. Beautiful. If you'd like, you can start to bring it into a more specific intention or something that you want to create throughout this month cycle, or a specific intention if you haven't included it yet. Just begin to now use this time and energy to sit out little seeds of desires, right? I like to see them as little energetic orbs and stars, if you will, of your own intentions. Can definitely create more than one. And again, just see if you can really feel into what that is representing for you and how that feels in the body to really be standing in that receptivity of receiving and experiencing these desires as though they are done. Because in some time and space, they are done, right? We just have to line up with that belief and truth in our body and energy field so that it can actually manifest in a physical form here in the present time that you're experiencing. I'm really calling in the highest potential and timeline activation now as well, just really continuing to clear away any fog or concerns about the house. Feeling called to run a spiritual tool I teach in my Soul Success Unleashed program called Deactivate and Elevate. So this right here is going to help you release. I feel like that what they're working with you is a lot of programming, like family programming, religious, societal, all the rules that might come in and make it more difficult, right? Where it doesn't need to be there, or it's creating a contradiction in your belief system that might make it harder to manifest, or like one step forward, two steps back kind of a thing. So I'm going to run that energy. If you have a particular mindset or pattern or karmic even relationship or anything that you can go ahead and you can set your intention for that as I run this spiritual tool. And if not, my intention is just to help you with whatever's in the highest and best good for at this time that you're ready to release and let go of, to align with your higher path and intentions. A lot of energy being released from the ancestral lines and just the way that we learned, brought down from our families, from our parents, from grandparents, about what success means, what it means to create a successful life or business, or all the different hats that we wear. There's all these rules that aren't true to who we are, and you remember and recognize that, right? As a spiritual being, you recognize and remember that some of these things just don't feel right, and that's what I just see releasing right now. Beautiful. I want you to just consciously begin to surrender out to the universe. And we're going to call on Haniel, Archangel Haniel, as well to help you. And so you can visualize just handing over these intentions and asking Haniel's support to just lifting them up to the stars, or you can imagine releasing them from your hands and going off and becoming the star. You can just hand it over to source, to God directly. However you want to do that, this act of letting go, right? This act of surrendering and allowing that divine timing is a really crucial piece, right? Of not micromanaging how and when this really comes into play. We can speed it up by aligning our energy and our mind and our body and our feelings and our actions. And sometimes the way that we think it's going to happen, it might be a longer route, right? Sometimes there's a universal redirect or a reason behind the scenes as to why it might be happening differently or on a different timeline than we might like. And I do believe we can speed that up, though, through our ascension process of just aligning with that higher vibration of who we are and then taking the guided action. So I want you to ask, right? Ask your higher self. You can ask God, your angels, what is the best next step that you can take now, right? So I do this daily. But what's the next best step that you can take now in order to be in alignment to receive this higher intention that you're creating, or the highest path that's available, or to align with your purpose? Whatever feels right to ask for you, ask that next step. And then I want you to become really aware of what ideas, thoughts, feelings, or images come to you, whether it's now or whether it's over the coming days. Trust that you're going to get it. And then you want to commit to really taking that action, right? This is where it's good to journal these things and write things down. And really just commit to taking those guided actions, even if they don't make sense. Like, for instance, sometimes it's take a drive to the ocean. You need a day break. They're like, no, I have things to do. Right. But really, maybe that break is what's needed in order to receive your information to take the next aligned action. Right. And sometimes it might be to feel through your comfort zone and go live on that video, even though you feel nervous. Right. So, whatever it is, just ask your next step and trust that it's coming. I like to call in my angels and guides and just ask for these loud, clear signs that I can understand on a daily basis to help me stay moving forward towards the fruition of my dreams. And then trusting that that is so. And so it is. And so blessed be. Really start to call all of your energy back to you. I'm feeling called to run one more alignment. And that is well, actually, I guess there's two. We're going to do the empowered goddess alignment activation. So whether you're male or female, we all have masculine and feminine energy. And so this is helping you to really be in that higher frequency of your divine feminine, and then also the empowered masculine energy within. So we're really running both of those frequencies to bring a balance of your masculine and feminine energy so that you know when to pause and when to go, when to take action and when to retreat. Right? Finding that flow of dancing with your own energy and creative process so that you can manifest that highest state in the most effortless way possible, yielding the higher outcome. So really just running this balance of your masculine and feminine energy now. Beautiful. I see a lot of energy coming off the heart. I feel like self-worth expanding, healing happening all the way down. Just really begin to call your energy now back to your body, really refilling up, really bringing in your higher self energy and really anchoring down all the way into that crystalline grid of Gaia as you start to bring your attention and awareness back to your breath, back to your body. We'll thank our spiritual support team. Take another nice deep breath in. And when you feel complete, you can open your eyes. Beautiful. How was that for you guys? I'd love to hear. What were your intentions? How did that feel? Did you feel the activations? Was there a certain awareness that you had about what you were releasing or letting go of? I'll pull a couple final cards here while I see how that was for you guys. Okay, 3 more want to come through. Oh, you're so welcome. Awesome. You guys are enjoying that. Felt good. So the first card that's coming through, I got 3 here from the starseed. Actually, yeah, the starseed deck, right? So this says, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it, right? So this is the thing, I think, for us, right? For us starseed light workers, this kind of ties right into that first card of like feeling, can't remember exactly what it was, but essentially it's not feeling the longing for home in a sense. And this is definitely learning how to be empathic, intuitive, and different in your uniqueness, allowing your uniqueness to shine, right? That's actually our workshop for this week. Next week, we have our aura reading and clearing, and you can put illuminating presence if this vibe resonates for you, because it is a lot about being able to shine your light, embody your uniqueness, right? Being willing to move through any visibility fears and just show up as you. And part of this, I also feel, is about energetic grounding, right? About mastery of being your spiritual being, but then also being present here on earth. I think a lot of times as light workers and empaths, it can feel a bit overwhelming without the right tools, right, to manage it, because we begin to match the energy of the collective and those around us. And let's face it, it's kind of intense times, right? It's been kind of an intense year. However, with the tools and support, you don't have to match the energy. You can stay that being of light, right? Light worker is about anchoring that higher frequency and allowing to usher in the change of the world and healing for the world just by being you, right? Even without getting the book out there. Although I know many of you are called to do things like that for sure. However, the first and foremost is about tending to our energy without becoming it. Right. And so that's actually what I teach. I have a whole course, energetic mastery, on that. And I know some of you guys here have taken it. And it's really empowering as an empath to realize that your spirituality, your uniqueness, your otherworldliness, right, your starseedness, right, if you will, is your secret sauce. Like, that's actually who you are, and that's actually the beautiful gift that you're here to bring with the world. Your energetic signature is like no other. Your story and way of being is like no other. Your energy is like no other. But you're here for a reason, right? You've agreed to this, and you're here for a reason. And sometimes we forget because we start matching the energy around us instead of being sovereign with ourselves, aligning above and below. And so that is something to remember, right? Noticing if you need to do more meditation or more clearing or salt baths, or energetically learning the tools to master your energy frequency to keep that vibration without having to lower down or match or water down to appease others or to fit in, or on an energy level unconsciously, I think, match the collective fear and things that are happening, right, as well. It's all of those things. Yes, I've never felt safe being me. Totally, Sean. I think that a lot could resonate with that, especially being the highly sensitive person. We just, yeah, our nervous system and our energy just gets super, and there's past life things, right, where we all been punished for one thing or another in past lives, I believe, if you believe in past lives, right? So there's a lot of reasons around that. See, my feet felt like they were burning, and I've put a big focus on really expanding your feet chakras, Kim. So really connecting with that earth energy. Perhaps you're connecting with that healing energy, right? That's part of that expanding into that pillar of light. So that's beautiful. It feels like it was burning off things maybe that was keeping it close. And so to me, it feels like you are opening up and receiving more of that beautiful healing energy. So that's awesome. Leticia says she feels amazing, so light, like you're spinning around in slow motion and tingling, running down from head to feet, which is so interesting that you say the spinning, because I do a lot, like light language, comes through different, sometimes a lot through the voice. But what I've noticed is I feel called to like allow my hands to start moving energy in the collective field. And it was doing this swirling a lot above and below. I just noticed that those motions were happening. Awesome. You feel really amazing throughout that. That's awesome. Okay, let's see what's the last card here. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites and the extremes of life. So two things come to mind. First, intuitively, I am feeling this call. See that pillar of light above and below? The briefness of how I dipped into that meditation of connecting, expanding below and above and having that support. So surrendering is also the female energy, right? Whether you're male or female body this lifetime, essentially we have both, right, which most of you probably know that. But this is about that surrendering into that feminine. So this tells me some of the cards have been alluding to making sure you have enough time for that retreat, for that self-care, for that nurture, and also to allow yourself the act of being supported by the universe, supported energetically, but also in some ways maybe supported physically, right? Maybe you need to delegate some responsibilities in order to step into your next level, right? Ooh, I didn't read this card. All paths lead home. Inner authority and intuition, turn your gaze within. So absolutely all of like what we've been talking about, but I love that all paths lead home. So really, no matter where you're at or experiencing, a great reminder is that you can always align with your higher path at any moment. Don't waste your time or energy regretting or judging or shaming or guilting yourself for what you did or didn't do yesterday or even an hour ago, right? Clean up. You got to clean up our healing work for sure. That's helpful. But what I mean is that you're never going to miss the boat forever, right? You always have opportunity to realign in any moment of every day to that next thing and ask. And so this is why it's such a powerful process that I actually still do myself in the mornings, help me align with my higher path and purpose, what that may be, allow me to see the signs and be easily guided. And then I do my best to tune into the intuition. My Soul Success Unleashed work, my signature work that I do is really around teaching people to cultivate this intuition, because that is an essential aspect of how you get to be the powerful co-creative leader in your life, right? That conscious creator that you are, and really align with showing up in the world as your soul agreed prior. I believe we do make these agreements prior to our lifetimes, right? And so it's like this, following those steps, because when we look at our big visions, like, how can I do that? Sometimes it feels daunting at times, and we can get lost in our head and in the to-dos, and then we're not having fun, and all of that. And so when we can really just lean back into, let me surrender this, let me surrender the how, let me realign, let me focus, let me ask, and then follow the intuitive guidance that I receive, right? That's really the most powerful process that you can come back to at any point in time. And it can change really, really quickly, which is really powerful. If you haven't already signed up for the 4-day free Amplify your Clairvoyance, Channeling, and Healing abilities, I highly recommend it. We're going to, because a lot of what came up here, a lot of you guys, and I make these in real time, I did the whole healing intuitively reading it. So I know that those feeling called to watch this are in this genre here, right? And so that is what the 4-day series, we're going to work a lot with, energetic boundaries. I have a great bonus for you guys that I'm going to be sharing, as well as the different days of activating your clairvoyance abilities, working with your channeling, activating your healing, clearing past life fears, clearing your fears and doubts. Like, there's a lot of clearing and activating. So if you like this, I mean, then you're going to really love the energy work that we do there. Also doing some channeled light language and transmissions for the group of those who I know are called to watch it and listen to the replay. All the things I do are really, if you are there, then guess what? Your energy got brought into the field. And that is exactly, you're actually help creating, in a sense, the healing that comes through me in that moment in time, because it's made for you. It's channeling through me for you. And so that's, I love light language for that. It's very multi-dimensional in that sense. All energy work really is, but light language is interesting how that comes through, right? So thank you guys for joining me. If you want the replay for this, you can check in the post above or below, wherever it is, depending on where you're seeing it. For the replay, I'll put the meditation only with the theta healing music. You can listen to it a few times, really powerful. Also the 4-day Amplify challenge, not challenge, series. It's an activation series, right? To help you really move out of the spiritual closet, align with your gifts, your purpose, and all your psychic senses that you have, that you are, and really claim them. Right? And that will allow you to be that really powerful conscious creator. So let me know if you have any questions about anything that I shared. I'm happy to respond. You have to tag me though in the comments so I see it. But thank you guys for joining me, and I look forward to seeing with you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.